I grew up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. When I was real little, my dad and my mom both left due to their own addictions, whether it be alcohol or drugs. Um, I lived with my grandma, who was my caretaker until I was about 12, and then she got cancer and passed away. And I remember feeling like I didn't have anywhere to go because like she was my only family, and it was me and my brother. And my brother moved and went to live with my mom, but I was older, so I was like, I didn't really want to do that because I had known that she left. Like it was always in my head that she had left me when I was a baby. Um, I went into foster care, and I remember feeling like the psychological effects of what had happened were kind of like I always felt like there was nobody there for me. I was always alone. I felt like because there was no single person in my life for any like long extended period of time, I felt like I couldn't trust anyone, and it was hard for me to like open up to people about kind of stuff, and I was always that quiet kid. And then as I got older, I began to get real loud because I was trying to express myself, like as I was like learning to cope with what had happened to me. And then while I was in foster care, my mom kind of like came back into my life, and after like learning about her and learning who she was and stuff, she told me that the reason she left me is because she didn't think that I would be successful in life. So she was kind of like, oh, my kid's not going to be successful. I'm just going to go start over. So she moved to New Jersey, and she took my brother with her, and she had another kid. So now I have a sister. But she kind of just like, I just felt like kids aren't something you can just like, oh, I'm gonna try that again. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, and my dad was an alcoholic. I actually lived with my father for about a year and a half between living with my grandmother and going into foster care. And I remember just not having, like, there was no discipline, there was no rules. I'd come home any time of the night, like just hanging out in bad neighborhoods. I'd come home and be drunk, passed out on the couch. So when he went to jail, I was in foster care at the time after he went to jail. And eventually I applied to Milton Hershey School, which is a boarding school for underprivileged kids. It was founded for parentless children, but that's kind of changed over time to be like children that don't really have a chance at being successful in life. This school kind of gives it to them. If you go there's a bunch of rules. If you make it out with all your points, they give you money towards college and tuition. So right now I'm just trying to prove what my mother thought about me wrong. So that's my kind of determining thing every day. Like I have to prove everybody wrong. Yeah, so Milton Hershey School saved my life, and that's my story.